Let's talk about the kingmen. Alma chapter 51 is one of those chapters that I think is so relevant to today that doesn't get nearly enough attention. Now, the Nephites were a free people. They had a system of judges. They had gotten rid of their kings. There were some bad kings. You remember King Noah of the Mosiah chapters. So Mosiah had set up a system of judges. Alma, who was also a prophet, was the first chief judge, and he stepped down, and Pehorin took the judgment seat. So we're only one, maybe two transfers of power into this thing, depending on how you count it. And then the people of Nephi, who were, this free people who believed in God, they started having these political quandaries, which I think you'll find are very similar to what's happening today. Nevertheless, they did not maintain an entire peace in the land, for there began to be contention among the people concerning the chief judge Pehorin. For, behold, there were a part of the people who were desirous that a few particular points of the law should be changed. Now, this is really important. We'll come back to that in a little bit. Pehorin would not suffer the law to be altered. They were desirous that the law should be altered. They were angry against him. There arose warm dispute concerning the matter, but not unto bloodshed, not yet. Those that were desirous that Pehorin should be dethroned from the judgment seat were called kingmen, for they were desirous that the law should be altered in a manner to overthrow the free government and establish a king over the land. That, I don't want to accuse all people of the left of thinking this way, but certainly the socialists are kind of in this camp, and they're really sneaky about it, because it says they desired that a few particular points of the law should be changed. Like, we just want to change it here and there a little bit, but also we're going to take away all your freedoms and you're never going to have any happiness ever again, right? That's kind of the battle we're engaged in today, where there's the people who believe that the system is good, maybe there's some things wrong with it, maybe some reforms would be in order, and there are those who want to completely overthrow the whole thing and burn the whole thing to the ground so that we can just start over. Wrong. That's not the way to go about this. And those who were desirous that Pehorin should remain chief judge over the land took upon them the name of freemen. And thus was the division among them, for the freemen had sworn or covenanted to maintain their rights and the privileges of their religion by a free government. I think we all ought to take up this name, freemen, and let the socialists call themselves socialists, and let people decide for themselves what they'd rather have. There was an election, and the freemen won out, and the kingmen were angry. The point of this one is really short, just to say the kingmen are very real today. This isn't some obscure long time ago people trying to overthrow the government. That's happening right now. You see the riots. They're saying defund the police. They're saying Western Civ has got to go. They're calling for the destruction of the nuclear family, and they just want everything burned to the ground. That's not okay. We need to fight it. Let us take upon ourselves the name of free men and fight against it as best we can. And when somebody says that they're desirous that a few particular points of the law should be changed, call them out and say, no, you want to burn the whole thing to the ground, and that's not okay, because we want to retain our rights and our liberties and our freedom of religion. And you will take that away from us. They're already taking it away from us. In cities with democratic governors, they have cracked down on churches where you can't gather in churches anymore, but it's okay to go to the strip club, it's okay to go to the local grocery store and hang out, and certain big restaurants are doing things, but churches, no, you can't do that. That's bad. That's the only way COVID is spread, is through churches. It's all a bunch of bullcrap, and they know it, but they don't care because they want power. They're, as it says in this chapter, those who were in favor of kings were those of high birth, and they sought to be kings, and they were supported by those who sought power and authority over the people. Now, they're kind of playing on the anger of the masses, but the people who are actually running the movement are the people in very well-off positions at, corporate headquarters, and they're in the various government offices, and they think, I should be in more power. And so they're doing what it takes to get that power at the expense of literally everything else. They don't care, because they are completely amoral and they just want to, you know, be bigger, better, more powerful, what have you. It's all Satan's plan. It's terrible. Don't let them do it. Don't buy into it. Don't support companies that promote social justice warrior trash, and just walk away from it all. Be a free man, and let's be better. We got this. Till next time.